start. First question.
Wait a minute.
Okay, question one. I've not thought about it in a positive or negative way at all. I just thought about it as being the fixture that we always knew was going to be happening tomorrow. I think, I would hope that we're all looking forward to it, the fans. I'm certainly looking forward to it, the players are looking forward to it. I don't think you can ever look at a game like this in a negative way. You have to look at it in a positive way. What an opportunity, what a chance, what a game, a full Mestalla. And from my point of view, you know, I feel good going into the game, and you know, I'm not concerned in any way, shape or form. Obviously, I think that the things you always think about before any game is that are you going to play well? You want your team to play well, you want them to carry out the jobs that they're capable of doing and play to the standards. And if we play to the standards, part of which we reached in the second half the other night, then you know, I'll be happy.
Águeda de Antena 3 Televisión. Usted bueno, ha jugado y conoce muy bien a Cristiano Ronaldo, también ha ganado muchos títulos con él. ¿Nos puede decir algo nuevo que nosotros no sepamos de él ya?
I don't think so. Obviously, he's an ex-teammate of mine, someone who I played for a lot of years with in Manchester. It's something that obviously you know, I've got great memories of those years, and so was he, I imagine. But now it's different times. I'm no longer a teammate of his. I'm obviously the opposition head coach, and he's a player for Real Madrid. And I've got to now try and see how we stop him tomorrow, along with obviously the rest of the Real Madrid team. So I'm thinking about it in a pragmatic way, and in a way of you know, looking at how we stop his strengths. He's obviously an excellent player, and you know, I think that if you look back through the last 4 or 5 years, I've spoken enough words about Cristiano, and you know, I've got great respect for him. But from my point of view, my focus is all about Valencia, all about our team, what we're going to do, and how we prevent Real Madrid's strengths and how we exploit the things that we believe we can do ourselves.
Hola Gary, Andrea Valverola de Superdeporte. Enzo Pérez y Mustafi no van a poder llegar finalmente. No sé si le preocupa esto de cara al partido de mañana, y me gustaría saber hasta qué punto han querido forzar, han querido estar en este partido de mañana.
Yeah, Enzo, Mustafi, Gaia, Bakali will not be playing. They will not be in the squad. Rodrigo Moreno will return into the squad, but I think in terms of me forcing them back into the team, I think I was quite clear on that before Villarreal. No one will be forced back now into this team. There are players, there are players who maybe thought that they could play, would want to play, but I need them for 4 months, not for 4 days, and that's been my message to the players. I want Mustafi, Enzo, Gaia for the rest of the season, not just for this week. The tempting thing when you have players of that quality is to think, oh, let's get them back in. But I think that I've fallen foul of that in this last few weeks, where Enzo played against Lyon, where he wanted to play, he wasn't quite right, and then we've lost him for 3 weeks. That's not going to happen again. So from that point of view, Mustafi, Gaia, Enzo, Bakali will continue to keep training. They've worked hard this morning on the training pitch, and from my point of view, I'm more interested in getting them ready and robust and physically right for the rest of the season. We've got a lot of matches left. I think I understand the want and the desire of obviously yourselves to want to put so much pressure on this game against Real Madrid, to make it the biggest game in the world, the final. Let's get Mustafi out there, let's get Enzo out there, let's get Gaia out there, but I'm not thinking that way at all. You know, I feel quite cold about these types of things. I want them ready when they're ready fit. I want them to be fully fit, prepared, strong, physically right. I don't want them 50%, 60%, 70%, 80%, even 95%. I'm not interested in 95%. I want to protect the players from their own goodwill, because they want to play. They're desperate to play. But from my point of view, I want to be sensible and make sure that when they come back, they're ready and they're not going to get re-injured, and we have to protect them. They have a great desire to want to play, but I think we need to just make sure we're not emotional about it.
Mari, Luis Cortés de Gestión de Radio y el Desmarque. Sorprendiste a todos con la alineación contra el Villarreal, poniendo por primera vez a dos delanteros. Dijiste además en rueda de prensa que habías preparado mucho ese partido, 2 semanas preparando ese partido. Obviamente ahora no tienes tanto tiempo para preparar el partido contra el Real Madrid. Siempre hasta donde se pueda decir, ¿tienes pensado modificar algo el dibujo táctico contra el Real Madrid? Gracias.
I liked large parts of what I saw against the Villarreal, particularly in the second half. The first half, I liked the compactness, but I thought that we could have passed the ball. We should have passed the ball a lot better. In the second half, I thought there were a lot of very good things. I said that after the game, and since watching the game back, I think we were unfortunate not to gain points out of the game, to be honest with you. In terms of the plan for Real Madrid, obviously I have the option to change, but I liked a lot of the things that I did see against Villarreal.
Hola, buenos días, Julián Burgos de AS. Quería preguntarle por el entrenador rival, por Rafa Benítez. Por un lado, va a recibir, parece, una gran ovación del público por las 2 ligas que ganó en Valencia y por la Copa de la UEFA, la gratitud del público de Valencia. Y por otro lado, ¿qué le parecen las críticas que está viviendo en su propio estadio?
I think that obviously Rafa Benitez deserves the gratitude he's going to receive tomorrow from the Valencia fans for the fantastic job that he's done at this club. I think it's absolutely the right thing always of a previous club to respect great work from a player or a manager, and that's something that I've experienced a lot in my career at different clubs, and he deserves that absolutely tomorrow. In terms of the criticism that he receives at Real Madrid, it's none of my business. I suppose when you manage a club like Real Madrid or you manage a top club, even myself, and you're in Valencia, I suppose it's part and parcel of what coaches have to deal with. He's been around a long time, he knows the game inside out, he's experienced, and I think from my whole point of view we've got to concentrate on Valencia. I think it's right that the Valencia fans show gratitude to the work that he did here, but then obviously when the match starts, we forget about gratitude. We have to win our game for ourselves. So I think that's the most important thing.
Mister, buenos días. Pablo Medrano de Deportes 4. Si es tan amable, le enseño 2 portadas de periódicos de hoy. Diario AS, James cazado a 200 km/h. Y una segunda de marca, James con la poli en los talones. ¿Qué le parece, mister, que un jugador de fútbol vaya a 200 km/h con el coche y si este altercado le puede despistar al Real Madrid de cara al partido de mañana contra el Valencia?
I'm more worried about how quickly he runs on the pitch. No, I think again it's none of my business. And I have to say, from my point of view, it's not something that I want to get involved in. He's not my player, it's none of my business, it really isn't. I think that obviously that's something for the player and for Real Madrid to concern themselves with. I've got enough to worry about here than obviously, but thanks for showing us your paper.
Buenas, Gary. Aquí Chema del taller deportivo de Sport You. Te quería preguntar por si conoces la rivalidad que hay entre el Real Madrid y el Valencia. Sabes que la afición del Valencia desea ganar al Real Madrid. Yo sé que esto te pasaba a ti también, incluso de pequeño, con el Liverpool. No sé si ves alguna similitud y si entiendes que, por ejemplo, los niños que son de Valencia odien al Real Madrid, tengan esa animadversión por el Real Madrid.
Wow, that's strong. Yeah, I'm aware of the rivalry. I've not heard hate that many times in a long time. I think that this is football. I think this is the most important aspect of football for me. Growing up as a child, these rivalries are what make you fall in love with the game. It's what every single Valencia supporter tomorrow night coming into that stadium wants. They want passion, they want spirit, they want fight. They want to see the opposition destroyed. That's what I was like as a kid. But I think when you're actually on the football side of things like I am, you think about it in an unemotional way, because I think that I found early in my career when you play a game with emotion, you play a game with the heart and not the head, it's difficult. So we have to tomorrow concentrate and be professional and do our jobs, and that's all we're concentrating on with the players. But obviously we understand the rivalry, and that, you know, there's some players in the club obviously from Valencia, so they understand the rivalry, and I understand the rivalry and the sort of the feeling between the clubs. But from my point of view, I'm thinking more about the tactics, the team selection, the set pieces, the movements, the passing of the team. I'm not thinking about that because I think I'm aware of it, but I can't think about this because obviously that would mean that you're getting involved in the emotional side of things. The players of each team will have to, you know, will have to just let the fans get involved in the emotion and just concentrate on the game. And we need to concentrate on the game and the performance, and hopefully that will bring the Valencia fans a fantastic evening.
Vamos a hacer una o dos últimas preguntas.
Hola, mister. Diego Pigo del diario Marca. Me gustaría preguntarle por un jugador en concreto, por Sofiane Feghouli. Su último partido lo jugó el día que el Valencia y Nuno decidieron acabar con su relación profesional, y no ha vuelto a jugar. Y es una lesión un poco complicada porque es una fascitis plantar que depende mucho de la sensación del futbolista. ¿Usted le pide más al futbolista para que vuelva a jugar, o cuál es la situación actual de Feghouli, que parece que no avanza?
No, the injury that he's got is a complicated injury, and it's actually a very painful one. For anybody who's had that injury, they'll understand it's a painful one. And I've spoken with Soso a couple of times. He's progressing well. Oh no. I think he's progressing well, and I'm happy with his progression. The doctor's happy with his progression. It's not an injury that you can rush back. It's an injury that you need to take your time with. And I think I said to you before on Mustafi and on Enzo Perez that it's important that we don't rush players back. And Soso has trained well. He's been here all the time. He's working hard with the medical staff. So no, there's no. If there is a suggestion from yourself that something's wrong, there isn't anything wrong at all. It's also, you know, the relationship is good and his work is good with the medical staff.
Bien, sin más preguntas, no more questions. Muchas gracias a todos, buenas tardes.
Wow.
Os recuerdo que gentileza